Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the pre-market live show. It's Wednesday, April 2nd, and the heat map is changing over. We'll see what it looks like. All information presented here is for educational and informational purpose only. It's not intended as financial advice. Always do your due diligence. How is everybody this morning? And here we go. That's what it looks like. It just opened up red on Liberation Day. I thought it was going to try to roll up more. We'll look at it and see what it wants to do today. That DGLY is up like 100%. Remember, we were looking at that. DMN, AGMH, them guys are up a little bit, and we have a couple poppers like that DGLY and RSLS and SBFM. Remember, we were looking at that, so a bunch of them that we were looking at. Let's go ahead and look at our Joey's jumpers. We'll get into our SPY and everything else, see what the market wants to do today on the tariff day. APTO, let's see. Aptos Bioscience. This looks like it took a nice dip. Let's see. APTO. Yeah, that one actually took a nice dip right there. That is yesterday. So that one's a nice dip down there into the basement. Might have to keep an eye on that. BIAF. This one was running up the last 2 days. It's still in the top right there, but they are pretty red. I thought they'd open up more green this morning. It looked like yesterday, but again, they may switch right around. It could just be a reaction to being Liberation Day. CYCU, another one we had checked out recently, and this one is popping up here. So I saw that this morning, and that's 65 to 73. It's back to 62, but that was jumping up early this morning. And DGLY, like I just said, Digital Ally, back to 5 cents. It got up to 8 something right there. DGLY, it ran quite a bit, and we were looking at it 3 to 8 right there, not looking bad, and it is cruising along. So there you go with that DGLY. And IBG, that we were not looking at, Innovation Beverage Group, and this one looks good. IBG looks like it popped up, and it went 92 to 183. It's at 152, not looking bad right there. So there you go at IBG, not looking bad. And let's take a look. RSLS ran up yesterday. It's running up more. We knew to keep an eye on that one for some more momentum, and there you go. Went up to 332. Yesterday got to 320, so it's at 251 right now, but it did jump up right there. RSLS and SBET right now. Let's see what SBET's doing. SharpLink Gaming. This was trying to get set up, and it's going to get set up. Look at it. Just let it pull back a little bit right here. SBET, and it will get set up. It's just getting ready to, so we'll keep an eye on that. It ran up the other day and now just pulling back. And that SBFM, we looked at the Sunshine, was it last night or the other night? I know we looked at it the one of these nights, the last few nights, and boom, there you go. That's up over $1 right now, and we did say it was going to be sunny or getting bright or something. I remember saying something about it. I don't know if it was yesterday or 2 days ago. It was running up in them after hours, 210 to 322, and then it's up even higher today. 341 to 382. It's at 341 right now. So there you go where it opened up at. But that is SBFM, and we had that SPWH. So again, you could hit any of these poppers because we pretty much see them all. SPWH, we were not looking at this one though. I know that SPWH, but it did jump up yesterday in the after hours. It looks like 105 to 158, and then today 134 to 141, and it's at 127 right now. So we will keep an eye. That one could be pulling back right there after that little run up on SP. I was going to say we'll keep an eye and see if it wants to run back up right here. It's in that channel. We can look at it and keep it around. TNFA. That TNF Pharmaceuticals, I remember looking at this like up here, and it had run around a bunch, and we haven't looked at it in a little while. I know that, but look at that curl up, TNFA, and yeah, that's in that channel. Ran up yesterday pretty nice, and then it's running up a little bit more this morning. And again, they're kind of red, so they're not hopping up, and I guess everything is just waiting to see what the tariffs are going to do. And TTEC, this is, let's see, ran up yesterday even higher, 480, and then today 420 to 471. So there you go at TTEC. And WTF, this was WTF yesterday. They are pulling back, like I said this morning. Even that other one that went crazy, I forget what it was. whatever it was, that other new one. But yeah, there's WTF, and it is at 1451, so it actually pulled back some right there. And what the hell? Oh, Newsmax. I couldn't think of what it was. Newsmax is what it was, and that pulled back as well, and it's down $69. So we'll see how they want to open up. And there you go. It's a red market, but there's our Joey's jumpers. Thank you very much, Asian Joey. We'll hop into our laptop lowdowns and knock them out real quick. So let's just take a look at them. And it looks like Logic Mark right here. Let's see. It's way down here, just like that DGLY was. And let's see. Logic Mark over 2 cents. Keep an eye on this guy. Look at it curling up. Looking really good. Could have a big old run up there. Look at that guy. I like it. I can tell you that right now. So keep an eye on Logic Mark. And ACFCG. Advanced Flower Capital, that is way down there. Let me see. What is that? 0 right there. I don't even know what that means. AFCG. Huh. That's an interesting one. Could be bottoming out right there. So we will keep an eye on that one. And APTO, I don't know what is that? I guess that means that they're not moving this morning. I've never seen it like that. It usually looks a little different, but maybe they changed it. APTO, that one did dip down. Looked like it had some earnings, and it was pulling back. APTO, yeah, look at that dip right there yesterday. Was that yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. That was a really nice dip for APTO. And AREB. I know someone asked to see it this morning, and here we go. It's on the list. I was going to look at it anyway, and it is based now. Remember, they just had a reverse split, and it was setting up in the right spot. I've been checking it out, actually, and it is looking much better here at the reverse split, so keep an eye on that AREB today. That could be a good one. And good old back IMAC Holdings. This one took a nice dip the other day. And let's see. Wrong side. BACK. Whoop. Let me type it in here. BACK, and there we go. It is just kind of pulling back a little bit more. So look at that dip right there on the 25th. That was a good one, and it did pull back, so we can watch that one. And CLNN, let's see if that's a low down. Oh, that's a really low down. Look at that dip yesterday. See how far that wants to get down into the basement right there. CRIS. Here we go. Curus. And there's another great look, it looks like it's all green. You would assume that's pretty good, but it dipped down. I don't think it matters what happens on the earnings. It matters where it's at. And look at this thing, 212 down to 140. It's at 143, so that's a big dip. And keep an eye on this. That could be a bouncer right there, CRIS. And this Ecor, we've talked about this before, and they had just won that 5-year contract. Remember, we were talking about it because we went over it on the small cap show. So I gave you that information, and it is getting set up again. Just riding down here. We'll see if it wants to curl through, bouncing back a little bit more. That's why you stay extremely patient on these, even though they look like they're ready. Chances are they're going to pull back and get more ready. This is looking good. ENSS. Or ENSC. What did I just say? ENSS. What did I get that at? ENSC. I swear I don't see things right. Here you go. ENSC. Look at this thing trying to curl up. It was trying to right there, and then came down to that next level because it bounced down, kept that pattern that we like to look at right now. But it does appear to be trying to set up, so I will keep an eye on that. And this GDHG, look at that dip right there. And I'll tell you what, I actually did trade this one because it looked really good. And it was one of them China ones I knew ran up. And I sold it off like right here this day. So I didn't catch it on this run up right there to 5 something, which is fine. And because look at that. That's the right choice right there, guys. And boom, I am happy. When I just looked at that, I went, woo, that was a good choice. So yeah, it was didn't look like it looked like it wanted to go, and then when I looked at it, it had that look like it was getting stopped off there. It couldn't move because it got stalled off up in here, and then just kind of had that look like it was done. And again, they can only run in the tops for so long, so once it's up there, you got to lock it in. But look, I mean, from down there to up here, it was a beauty. I know it was up over $2 or something, and that was a pretty good one. Now it's down to 53 cents, so if you didn't get out of that, you got smoked on it. And I just Like I said, that was a good one right there. And GRI, this one's way down, trying to crawl back up. Let's see, GRI. It ran up yesterday at some point, up to 11.12. You wouldn't know. Oh, yeah, maybe you would. Yeah, you would actually know. It did run up to 11.12. I wasn't even paying attention. But there you go. It ran up to 11.12. What was that? Yesterday, yeah. And I didn't even notice that one, but that one was cruising up there. GRI Biotech Company. I don't know what they did yesterday, but it came public offering. That's what it did. And so it was cruising and came right down. So maybe it was running up and then they threw out the public offering. And HYFM, I know we looked at this recently. I think it was on this list. And that one is trying to curl up right there. And again, you just have to make sure that they are ready to get moving. And this one appears like it's trying to. We'll have to make sure it can get through. Keep an eye on it. Could have a little bounce up right there. I see it recently split not long ago in February. So we'll have to keep an eye on Hydro Farm. Speaking of which, let me grab a drink of water. But there you go at HYFM Hydro Farm. And KSCP Nightscope, and this one has earnings right there. That was the other day. KSCP. And it is down. It looked like it was going to try to roll off of there, and we'll have to see. Generally, they do want to roll off, so we'll have to look at that one. And let's see what kind of move this is going to make, because it looked like it wanted to move up the other day. And again, why you have to be so patient. Look at these things. They take this huge dip, and that's what you have to look for, because then they start bottoming out. This is Movano right here, medical device company. And I know we looked at it, and look at that move right there. Big dip. It was crossing through. It looked really good yesterday, and then boom, it didn't hold itself up and came right down. So yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that one, because that's a good move down. And Mura, M-U-R-A, Mural Oncology, and this one's way down here, and let it just run down here. You can see it has a few days to get set up, but I would definitely keep an eye on that one. Big old fish hook right there. We love them. And NVVE, again, I don't know what I'm looking at, but it says NVVE, and that one took a nice dip. Was that today or yesterday? I can't really tell. It looks like it had some, did it? No, it doesn't say earnings. I don't know why this thing always says earnings and stuff, and they're not really there. But this was yesterday. Took a pretty good dip down there, so we'll keep an eye on that. And let's take a look at NWTG here. NWTG, Newton Golf, and this one was run up. It's just kind of hanging out. It's not looking bad right here, so we'll have to see. Let me see. Yeah, it doesn't look bad. It did run up the last 2 days a little bit right there, and it still looks like it could get moving. It just looks like it's trying to stay set up. So that is your Newton Golf, and we will watch that. We had watched it anyway, and again, it doesn't look terrible, and it didn't really get that flying. So we'll see an Onco right here, ONCO. Let's see what that's doing. That one's curling up. Look at all them crazy looks. I would keep an eye on this thing. ONCO. Yeah, look at this thing. It was running up a little bit today, 81 to 97. It's at 80 right now, so it did run up a little bit, but I would keep an eye on Onco. That is not looking bad. ONCO and RE right here, REE. This is down there hanging out at the bottom, so we'll have to see what that's up to. RE Automotive. That could be getting curled up real soon. We'll see if that's a bottom down there, so I'll keep an eye on that. And ST... wait, we had SBev right here. Splash Beverage, that's down there in the basement, so we'll keep an eye on that guy too. And STBX is at Starbucks. It looked like it was trying to get set up that day, and it just never, I mean, it ran up a little bit right there on the line, pulled back. It is looking better right here. Let's see what it's doing. STBX. And let's see, April 1st, that's yesterday. It ran up to 19. It's back to 17. We'll take a look at it. Looks like it's getting a little closer right there. So we'll see what Starbucks is up to. Look at it today. It doesn't look like it's moving just yet. SYNX. That's a huge dip. Holy cow. And that was yesterday, so definitely one to keep on this list here. And that TRNR, that got destroyed. We were looking at that before, and that's way down here. So we'll have to see if that one, but it looks like it's coming down right there. So not so sure TRNR is going to get moving. It looked like it was trying to back here again, and now it's pulled back. So not so sure that's going to get rolling. And how about UPC right here? Universe Pharmaceuticals. That one's dipping down. UPC. I know it ran up the other day. I remember. And again, they run up and then they pull back, roll back off the MACD. So you just have to kind of follow that pattern. And they don't run up very long. VRPX, Virapax. And this thing is trying to bottom out here. This actually is looking pretty good. I would keep an eye on this VRPX right here. Not looking bad. So, yeah, keep an eye on that. We'll see if it wants to get through. And it's tried it multiple times. So we will look at that one. And HX, yeah, holy cow, XHLD. Think about them letters. XHLD, that 10 holdings. I remember this popped up over here, and it is riding back at that bottom. XHLD, and there you go. It finally has a little candle here and a little movement, but we'll see what it wants to do. It's not showing us anything at the moment. And there you go for our laptop lowdowns. Thank you very much, Laptop Travel. Let's see what else is going on right here. And yeah, AREB, Melinda sent that in this morning. I did see that, so we just looked at that AREB and keep an eye on that. And it is red. We'll go through our SPY and big caps. But it looks pretty red to begin with, so we'll see how it looks. And it didn't look bad last night. SPY's down $3 here. And again, it doesn't look terrible. It's just sitting right on that line. Just kind of looks like more of a reaction this morning. So it doesn't look too bad, to be honest with you. I can't say that it does. So let's go through our big caps and see what they are doing here. Apple right now is down 97 cents. Not looking terrible, just a little bit of curl back here. And, yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it's in this channel, a little bit of curl back this morning, and it could turn around at any moment. Amazon is down 213, and that one has a little bit of pullback. And again, hitting back down. It was setting up yesterday looking great, and they could easily just turn right back around. So I think we have that reaction coming in this morning, and then we'll see what the news is. And Google is running up. It's down 99 cents. And again, that one had crossed down. So the Google could pull back a little bit right there, depending on what's said. You can see it could crawl right down. So we'll keep an eye on that as usual. And Meta was getting set up. Obviously, it's down this morning. There's our blue screen, and let's see what Meta's doing. Looks like it is a little bit of pullback. They were looking good last night, you know that. They're still not looking bad. It just looks like that reaction coming in for this morning for tariff day. And Microsoft right here down $1.64, and that was running up, and again just kind of flattened out right there on the line. So doesn't look terrible right there. You can see open and hanging out at the same spot, 380.50, and just kind of waiting for its signal. So it doesn't know what it has to do. And the video is hitting, remember, it was hitting that support line. This one could pull back a little bit more. And Tesla was not looking bad. It's down $6 today. And another one just kind of pulled back, not looking terrible. But we'll take a look at it and see what's going on with the tariffs today. And we can look at our big caps, but it does look like most of them are down a little bit. AMC down just a hair. And GameStop is down a little bit as well, it looks like. I'll just run through them real quick. Chewy real fast. That one's just kind of bouncing around, doesn't look terrible. And let's look at our Netflix real quick, and then we'll look at our hold on, where'd Netflix go? Oh, there it goes. And that's down a little bit this morning. That one's actually curling through, going down. Let's see that. Yeah, that one could pull back a little bit, Netflix, so you could have a little bit of pullback. Let's look at our semiconductors, AVGO. They were trying to run back up yesterday, curling up a little bit, and I think they'll just stay in these channels, I believe. So yeah, look at this thing just right here, not ready yet, but it's just going to stay in that channel. That's where they want to keep it. And again, we have to think what they want to do according to the chart. And here's MU down $1, and I would think they're going to try to roll back up. Obviously, they're not ready to go popping. We just know that they're going to keep them running up and down, and you can see it's coming down right there. So we'll have to see what's going on with our tariffs today. TSM was looking good, pulled back a hair, and that one I mean, this one appears to be trying to get set up, guys. Look at this thing, TSM. It looks like it's even fighting itself to stay up there this morning flat. Look at this. So TSM, that thing wants to run for whatever reason. Not sure what's going on there. SMCI, that's pulled back a hair. We were looking at it. It does have that little bit of pullback look. And AMD also has that little bit of pullback look, hitting that line. And let me see it real quick, see what's going on there. And it is trying to cross through. It could pull itself up, but chances are it could cross back down. I mean, a lot of them don't really like to. I'll look at AMD. We'll get a pretty good idea right there, probably. And QCOM, let's see what that's up to. QCOM. And that's down a little bit like the rest of them. And Intel down a little bit more. Today it was pulling back. We kind of knew it. And PayPal is hitting that resistance and didn't make it at support this morning, obviously. And good old Snow is coming down. It's in that channel, but Snow is getting set up. And how about Dell? That one's just hanging out on the support line. Not terrible right there. And good old Palantir, PLTR, down 222, just getting set up. And how about Sophie? Probably the same situation, sitting on that line, getting set up. And how about Mara and Riot? Mara just getting, oh man, look at this thing. It looks like they want to blast off really soon right here. It just pulled back a little bit, but Riot looks really good too. And again, it might pull back a little bit today, but be perfectly fine. So I'm not really worrying about that. And Mara, I expect to jump back up over this 12 something and then start getting set up for Mara. So that is what you're looking at. And Riot, like I said, it's getting set up as well on that support line. It wants to get cruising. And MicroStrategy, let's see, MSTR down 472 in that channel. Doesn't look terrible, kind of pulling back a hair. Look at it. And it should try to roll off into this channel. That is curling down a little bit, but they could easily get changed around. And again, we're looking at that reaction. And let's take a look. Bitcoin's at 84,009 something. And let's see what the rest of them are at. Chainlink's at 13.53 and HBAR's at 16 cents. And Doge is at $1.72. Solana's at 126. And let me see, yeah, Bitcoin 84,936 it said. And let me just wait for it to scroll back up here. Ripple's at 211 and Cardano's at what, 68, I believe. So yeah, Solana's down at 126. Here we'll look at a few of them real fast on here and see what they're up to, and then I'll go through and see what you guys want to see real quick on this Liberation Day here. So here we are moving up Bitcoin, just keeping it in this channel right here. And like I said, it doesn't look bad at all. Look at it trying to curl up right there. So that is BTC. Good old, hold on, let me, did I go down and do the Coinbase? No, there we are. I was going to say, the other chart looked a little, I mean, they look very similar, but it was just off a little more. But yeah, we're sitting on that 20, curling up and not looking bad, a little bit flat right there. So that don't look bad for us. Bitcoin, and obviously we'll be watching them all day to see what they want to do, especially with our Liberation Day, our tariff day. Ethereum just kind of running flat. They're over it and just kind of running there. They're trying to stay in some channels. This needs to hop up a little bit more back into the 1950 area to get back into that channel right there for Ethereum. And let's look at Solana right here and see what Sol's up to. And that one is just sitting back down here. And again, they're just sitting flat, just waiting for something. So I think we hear some news. Obviously, you were having a press conference today, I believe, in the Rose Garden, I think is where he was doing it, if I remember correctly. and I might not be. But anyway, he's having his speech today about tariffs, and we'll see what else is said right there. Let's look at Ripple and see what that's up to. XRP, because that was pulled back pretty nice. And yeah, look at that thing, just making a nice base here. We'll see what it wants to do. So keeping our eye on crypto, keeping our eye on the market. Look, it's pretty red to open up this morning. Let's go ahead and see what you guys want to look at. And IBG was up 100% right there. Huh, very nice. And good morning, Innovation Beverage Group right here. So nice hit right there, stocking up for future. And everybody else, look at that bad boy up like 200%. Where are we going over that? I don't even remember that one. But waiting on, yeah, TOPW, guys. Remember, that's a brand new IPO today from Hong Kong. So we will be waiting for that. We picked that out last night. KLAC, what's that one? KLA Corp, semiconductors sitting right on that line. A little bit of pullback right there. Interesting, huh? KLAC. Yeah, that one's an interesting one. Luis Rodriguez sitting on that line right there, but trying to pull back. We'll have to keep an eye on that one. That one does have a weird look. And watch for those Tesla deliveries this morning at around 9 a.m. So there we go. Yeah, we'll definitely keep an eye on that. And if the market brushes off a weak number, it bodes well for Tesla and the overall market. And an NCNO, let's see what that one is. I don't even know. NCNO. What is that? I don't even know how to say that. Nakino? Something. I don't know. I bet the N might be silent, and I have no idea how to say that. But holy cow, that's a nice dip right there. And let's see. NCNO. We love these dippers right here. And let's look at it. I'll take a look at this today for sure, Luis Rodriguez. NCNO. Let me jot that down real quick. NCNO. Yep. We'll look at that. That's a nice dip off of them earnings. We do love them type of things. And AREB was up 3.5% today in the pre-market. So that one is might not be moving. It might not be moving for me right here. But again, it's yeah, it has yesterday's date, but Laptop Travel said it was up. He would know because he trades them overnight hours and sees all that stuff. So thank you, Laptop Travel, for that. And let's take a look and see what else is going on. LGMK, good old Logic Mark. I think we already looked at that one, and we'll see what's happening right here. Yeah, like I said, I like this Logic Mark, guys. It looks like it's getting ready to rock and roll down here. You're just waiting for them to be really down at the very bottom. I mean, it wasn't going lower than that 0.018, and that was your bottom basically. And it got down there yesterday and the day it got down to 0.171 yesterday, or the day before, I mean. And yeah, it's like I said, it looks so good right now, so you should get a quick little pop on that one, and I do like that, so we will keep an eye on that for sure. Let me see, YBTC, what is that one doing, Luis Rodriguez? YBTC right here. And this one has the dividends like every week, huh? Yeah, this is that one. This is that Round Hill Bitcoin covered one. We've looked at it and trying to cruise up right here. So YBTC, definitely not a bad one, guys. And Round Hill ETF trust for Bitcoin, whatever they're investing in, they're giving dividends every single week. They have some kind of strategy going on with this thing, because that's not looking bad right there. And let's see. And holy cow, every time you post something now, it's stumbled upon this guy. Look at I mean, it's out of control with these troll spam account things. And again, then you click on their account and they don't even follow the stupid person that they're trying to trolling for you. So it is crazy. How are you, Lou Man and everybody else? Laptop Travel, Luis Rodriguez and everybody else. What's HPOT? Isn't that? Oh, that's that new one that's coming out tomorrow. And there's Melinda. She wanted to see AREB, and that is moving a little bit. And we looked at CYCU already this morning, the real short squeezy right there. and I don't remember what we said about it, but we looked at it for a second. It is up this morning, and we looked at it the other day. I know that. It was on the list, and there you go. It looks like it's running up right now. CYCU, let's see, 65 to 73. That's right, and it came back to 58, so it did run up a little bit this morning, and we definitely went over that. And there we go with them bad boys. And let's take a look. Let me see what else is going on over here. And yeah, we're definitely going to keep an eye on them. Watch them China IPOs coming up, because Laptop Travel did a little DD on the underwriters for all of them. So we're going to definitely keep an eye on them. And that one today, TOPW, and then the other one today was SMA coming out, and that one, Smart Stop Self Storage. So keep an eye on them two IPOs, because they've been going crazy. The market is red right there. Let's see. It's going to be all about Liberation Day, I'm sure. Future slide as tariffs details awaited. The success of Liberation Day won't be clear until Trump is out of office, I guess. One of Wall Street's biggest optimists says investors should hang tight because Trump wants the stock market to rally, obviously. And Trump tariff looms, Dow, NASDAQ futures fall. Trump's Liberation Day tariff plan puts markets on high alert. And that's what you're looking at right here. And, of course, we have poppers running up. That DGLY over 100%. Logic Mark's trying to move. IBG, I don't know if we were looking at it. I don't even remember, but you guys are seeming to be posting it up there. It's running up. Keep an eye on it. And this AGMH. And STSS isn't looking bad either this morning. Let's take a look at that Sharps Technology. A lot of them that you just keep an eye on and wait for that very bottom. This one could make that hard curl up. So we'll watch that one right there. Our Logic Mark, SBFM, RSLS, and everything else that we've already gone through. I mean, if you go through this, we've looked at everything on there just about. Yeah, Onco. So it's not like we're missing anything. I doubt there's much over here. It's probably one page. Watch. There you go. Not even a full page. IBG. That one's running up. PCSA. I don't know what that one was, but we weren't looking at it. And then everything else we've basically been on. TCRT was running up. We weren't looking at that. And this guy, Quantum Sing Group from China, that thing just rolled up pretty good, QSG. And we were just looking at this TTEC Holdings. That one ran up some. And BIAF. So there you go with them guys. And let's see what's going on. I'll tell you what's trending real quick. Hold on one second. Let me hop on StockTwits and I'll look and tell you what's going on over here. That WTF and Newsmax pulled back there, so obviously they're not keeping their momentum this morning. And this ALDX is a big dipper right here. And let's see what's going on. JYD. What's JYD? JED Global Logistics or something. I don't even know what that is, but it's in China. And that one, I mean, you would know that was going to take a dip because it was way up there. So not surprised there. Our ETF 500 did pull back. It's at 6.7 million market cap. It was in the 7 million market cap this morning. So things are pulling back coming into these tariffs. And that's okay, though. I'm not worrying about it. And that NCNO is trending there, Luis Rodriguez. It's trending because it's way down. So, yeah, we're definitely going to keep an eye on that bad boy. That's a big old dip. GLSI. That one is trying to run up there today. Look at it. GLSI. That is moving along pretty nice this morning. 1090 to 1183. Not looking bad for that guy. And what is NVAX doing? It's just sitting tight right here. Keep an eye on that one. It's in the basement after some nice pullback. And this one could be a decent one right here. So, yeah, we'll keep an eye on NVAX. And what is this one? CRWV is CoreWeave. Didn't we just look at that? Yeah, that was a new one. Ran up the other day. What was it, yesterday? And then here you go today. It's up there. So that was a new one right there. And CSAI, we looked at that, and that one was a fairly new one. And I forget what it was doing. Cloud Structure. It was up yesterday, wasn't it? I think. I remember we looked at it. Oh, yeah, it did pop up there yesterday. That's right. And there you go. It's just sitting there. So we'll have to look at it as it just popped up like that. You can't really tell. But, yeah, Cloud Structure did pop up this yesterday. And it's just kind of hanging hanging tight this morning. It's a red morning right there, as you can see. And I'd say we did everything. Our laptop lowdowns, our Jolie's jumpers, our crypto, big cap spy, all that good stuff. Looked at the messages. Let me see. And yeah, I think we got everything right there. I think that was a pretty good pre-market review. I don't see anything else. And Denny's, the Grand Slam. And what was Denny's up to? Because I remember we looked at it. And let's see. Yeah, it's not looking too bad right there. DENN. Look at it. Denny's is not looking bad, so we will keep an eye on Denny's. Yeah, that's curling up. We might get a Grand Slam on that guy right there. That's looking pretty good, so keep our eyes on DENN. And I guess my little guy's having one of the mornings because I hear him up there flipping out. And it's not often, but I guess it's one of them days. Here we go. It is tariff day, he must know. So, yeah, that's what we're looking at this morning. Rigs, tank, and tops for higher oil prices. Yeah, that's that top ships. Is that going up again? It's just kind of sitting there. It doesn't really move in the morning. I know we looked at it before in the morning here. Let's see, is that yesterday? That's yesterday, but it is looking pretty good right there. What's that Rig's up to? It's Rig, R-I-G, I know that. Transocean, and that actually does look pretty good as well. And what's Tank doing right here? Oh, I don't see a Tank. Is there a Tank? T-A-N-K? Did I spell it? No, I don't see Tank, though. But anyway, the rig doesn't look bad, and neither does Top Ship. Not sure what Tanker's doing, but there you go. I would say that's a good pre-market review, even though it's a red morning for Liberation Day. We'll see what our tariffs are doing, and we'll see what's going on today. So I'll keep you guys posted, and let me look at that SPY one more time before we hop off here. Down 321, just pulling back here, but I don't think it's going to be crossing down, so I think we're just looking at some reaction coming into the news right here, and then we'll get changed around. I am not sure what time it is. Is it like 1 or 2 o'clock? Was he going to speak? I forget. I did see somebody post something about it, but I completely forget what it was. So I will check that out, and if anybody sees it posted up, I'll repost it up there. And there you go, everyone. I think that's a pretty good pre-market review. Definitely be trading smart and locking in those profits today. We kind of have to wait around, I think. I mean, we do have the penny stocks and all them popping up, so we're good with them. But for the other ones, we're going to have to wait. And that SYTA, look at that thing jumping back up. We were looking at that last week as well. So there you go. And all these guys, DGLY, SBFM, TTEC, we looked at that. And all the other ones that are popping up. So pretty good on point with them. Keep an eye on that logic mark right there. It is trying to run around. How about HIT? This was trying to move yesterday. This one doesn't like to move in the morning, but it was crawling up. Look at it. So we'll look at that today as well. And that could be a hit real soon. So we will keep an eye on the market, see what's going on with our Liberation Day and our tariffs, and I'll keep you guys posted. But until then, make sure you trade smart and lock in those profits. Goodbye, good luck. I'll see you later, and have a great day, everybody.